Welcome to the Club 54 post-round show live from LIV Golf Korea, where jet lag was no match for firepower. Coming off a long trip from Mexico, the best players in the world didn't skip a beat. The scores were low, the stars came to play, and the leaderboard is absolutely stacked. From clutch putts to holes in one, we've got everything you need to know. Welcome to the Club 54 post-round show. I'm your host, Christian Crosby, joined by LIV golf analysts Jerry Fultz and Sue-Ann Hang. And what an incredible round one we just had here in Korea. Our 2023 individual champion, Taylor Gooch and Bryson DeChambeau, leading the way after we complete our day here in round one. And it was pretty exciting to say the least. We had a lot of fun stuff happen today. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's a little warmer in the booth than it is out here. I couldn't believe the scores we saw shot today on this golf course. With this wind and the difficulty and firmness of those greens, I just couldn't believe how many scores we saw that deep under par, especially Taylor Gooch starting to show some of that old form.
And Bryson going bogey-free.
Well, we expect it from Bryson. I mean, of late we've expected it every single week.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, you got to follow up close and personal towards the end of the day. I believe you followed Taylor Gooch, if I'm correct. Am I wrong about that?
That's right. I joined him right about 8 to play. And, you know, as I said to him, it's great to see the old Taylor back in action. And he admitted to losing some confidence, losing some self-belief, as you would in a game of golf. It's easy to do that, but he's obviously worked extremely hard. I spoke to Mal when I joined him, and I said, what's changed? He goes, he's just worked really, really hard. Taylor's the kind of guy, if he has it, he doesn't really practice. He knows he has it, but when he doesn't have it, he puts a lot of work in, and I tell you what, I went to look at his irons. There's wear marks in the middle of it. That's how much he's been practicing.
Yeah, you lose a little form, you lose a little confidence. You can get that back, but the one thing you don't lose is the memory of how to win. He still has that.
Well, let's take a look at the leaderboard as we finish our day here. Round one is over, baby. And this is what happened. Bryson DeChambeau, Taylor Gooch at the top of that leaderboard over Richard Bland and Louis Oosthuizen. I like this leaderboard.
52 years old, Richard Bland, undefeated in senior majors, playing the best golf of his entire career at this stage of life is unheard of.
It's pretty cool stuff right there. Jerry, does anything surprise you?
Well, we just said it. Richard Bland, 6 under par.
All right, here's some highlights from the day. Well said, Jerry. Bryson DeChambeau doing his thing today in great form, consistent, man of the people, and a lot of people followed him around today. Take us through these highlights.
Well, that was his third out at number 3, followed by this, his second at number 4, Sue-Ann.
This is a part of his game. He struggled quite a bit the last few weeks and seemed to have straightened things out a little bit. That was a great approach there.
It wasn't all perfect and roses out there for today, but doing like he always has been doing of late and pretty much his whole career, he seems to make the most of it. He was perfect on all of those short range putts that have been giving him trouble the last 3 Sundays. Today they weren't. That was his second out at number 10.
Peppering pins, Fultzy.
Peppering pins, and this one down the slope at 11, curling it just in the right corner of the hole.
And then his second shot on the 14th. Must have driven it to that point, pitched it up. So about a 5-6 footer for a birdie.
Then at 18, I was rushing over here to take part in your show, Christian. I didn't get to see this, but there you go, right in the center of the hole.
We appreciate the hustle from you. That's not true. And here's Taylor Gooch, our 2 guys at the top of the leaderboard, putting on a show. Sue-Ann, what you got for me?
This is his second on the second, and this is the part of his game that's really improved, I think, from 2024 till now. When he won in 2023 a whole bunch, his irons were sharp. He was first in strokes gain approach, and then this year he's 37th, Fultzy.
Yeah. When he gets that sawed-off finish like we saw all day today, number one, that means he was getting good numbers. He was getting numbers to the hole that fit his clubs, fit his swing, fit his eye. But it also, he just doesn't miss them by very much. He never hits that 60-yard offline 4 or 5 iron.
I remember Greg Norman in our first year talked about how good he was with his irons that year. I mean, you could not sway that guy.
No, it was incredible.
Every pin he saw, he attacked.
Yeah. Let's go back to Bryson DeChambeau, and then we'll ask you a question about Taylor Gooch. Where Bryson, I noticed he had a huge crowd following him around today. They love him here in Korea. Would you say at any point that could be distracting for Bryson?
Well, I tell you what, I remember once following Phil Mickelson at a PGA Tour event, probably the height of his popularity if he's not still there, and he got a standing ovation when he walked out of a portalette. I don't know how that's not a distraction.
That's a good point, Jerry. And for Taylor Gooch, I mean, what's he got to do to continue this? What's going to be his biggest challenge on this course this week for him?
Block the rest of the stuff out. His game's grooved. He's getting that confidence back. Forget the skeletons and those demons that you have for maybe the last year and a half when everything wasn't going your way. Just know that you've been here before, and when you've been in this position before, you got it done. He can get it done.
So difficult to do though, Fultzy, and especially we know how tough the game of golf is. It really eats you up. He hasn't been in the lead since Greenbrier last year, where he tied the lead with Jason Kokrak. So it's been a while. He'll be in a slightly uncomfortable position tomorrow.
He'll feel a little more pressure than he did 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And with the conditions changing a little bit tomorrow, we might have some rain. How much do you think that'll affect those two?
Well, you know, Oklahoma is not exactly known as the most pristine place day in and day out, and that's where he lives and plays. He's played in rain, he's played in wind, he's probably played in tornadoes. But I don't think it's going to affect it that much. If anything, it's going to make scoring a little easier because these greens are firm, fairways are pretty firm. Fortunately, it looks like they're going to be playing lift, clean, in place throughout the week because of that rain. So I think things will be pretty square tomorrow. It's just a matter of the wind. That's the biggest thing.
Playing on tornadoes is crazy, Jay.
Yeah,
that was a crazy one. All right, we're going to keep the action going and toss it over to our very own Rachel Drummond out on the range. Rachel, what's going on over there?
Are you guys warmer than I am right now?
Nope.
Not at all.
I've just been told by Shane to Rachel, act warm, put your shoulders down. Right, let's have a look at the range right now. We've got John Catlin who's in for the Stingers at the moment, just getting. How's it being a Stinger this week?
Yeah, it's nice. Anytime you get the opportunity to play out here, it's great. You know, as a reserve, you'll take anything you can get, and you know, I know all the guys on the team, and I gel well with them, and it was nice to play with Dean and Charles today. And you know, I wish I could have finished a little bit stronger, but I feel like my game's in a good place.
Was it a +1?
Yeah, bogeyed 1 and 2, just a couple sloppy bogeys, but you know, other than that, I feel like I played pretty well. It was playing difficult out there, and you know, I'm looking forward to the weekend. Can
I ask you one more? Have you got to go?
No, go ahead.
Like conditions today, how's the course playing compared to you were in Mexico City last week?
The ball's not flying quite as far, I can tell you that. You know, we're at sea level and it's cold, and that actually got me on a couple. You know, I was trying to figure out how hard to hit it, and I didn't quite get the number. That's part of why I'm doing a little bit of work.
Come on, Barry, come in.
Barry, love.
We've spoken about the players. What's it like for the caddies out there?
Oh, sheer hell. Yeah.
I thought you were about to swear.
Would I do that? I mean,
no, Barry.
You know that. No, it's just lovely, as John said. Any time that we get to play, it's fantastic. And the Stingers are great guys. You know, looking after us.
And you know, last week you were taking numbers off. How much are you having to add this week?
Well, no, John is very, very good with his numbers, and once we've done our work before the week started, you know, with the quad, and he knows how far it's going when the temperature's like it is, which is chilly. No.
Go warm up, guys. Go warm up. Thank you so much. Cheers. We've had 2 special guests. I hear we've got another special guest up on set, so I'm going to throw it back to you.
That is absolutely correct, Rachel. We have a special guest joining us here in the post-round show, Dean Burmester. Never a dull moment with you, Dean.
I know. But what's up, team? It's nice to see you guys.
Welcome to the show.
Your tans are looking surprisingly good considering you've been inside all day, you know.
Well, Sue-Ann has
I haven't been inside all day. Dean, come on now.
Yeah, but you're always well tanned, Sue-Ann. I mean,
that's true.
Well, speaking of inside all day, you start off, what'd you make on your first?
I made a double bogey.
Okay, yeah. 2 guys who made aces today, both doubled their first hole. It's got to be a good omen, you and Leash.
I'll be doing the same tomorrow.
Now, if the fans are watching and wondering what in the world this thing is here in front of us, well, from your incredible hole-in-one today, there's a reason why this thing is here. First, let's take a look at your incredible highlight, Dean. Because of this moment right here, you just won a BMW.
What was the stick?
That was 7-iron.
Yeah.
204 yards. Pitch perfect into that upslip on his green. Look at that. And it goes, and then obviously the excitement happens.
Now,
I felt like going for a swim.
Yeah, but we had a report from Brendan Grace out on the course through Pat Perez that when it went in, that you might have thought that car was for you.
Well, I was really excited for my caddy because I thought he was going to get 1 rim, you know. So I was super stoked for him. And, you know, I can always replace 1 rim.
How many hole-in-ones have you had?
That is my 5th one, and that is my 2nd one in like 4 months or something, 4 or 5 months. I had one in Qatar not so long ago.
That's a pretty beautiful car right there too, Dean, isn't it?
It's nice. I mean, electric, we're not going to charge that very well in South Africa.
Here's also another highlight of your day today, Dean, a chip out on 18.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty beautiful right there.
It was nice. I mean, John, before I hit that shot, John said to me, he said, you know, you got those hands. I mean, you can do that. And it's nice to have kind of that little bit of reassurance because it didn't feel very good up to that point. So, yeah, super happy with that eagle. And, you know, holding one and an eagle in one day, that doesn't happen very often.
All right.
Well,
So, go ahead.
You ready to pick this fan,
Yeah, I was just
Jerry?
going to say, so how it works is the fans that were on site picked a team, and if a member of that team made a hole-in-one, that team member gets to pick the lucky fan's name out of here. It happened very early in the round. We didn't have a ton of entrants yet, but you get to start it up, and you pick out the lucky
Why
person.
didn't you press the red
press the
button?
button, Dean?
I feel like if this was the Crushers, this thing would be full.
Oh man,
Come on, we're growing.
TV.
All right,
here we go.
Hot damn.
Don't hurt yourself.
All right. I don't even
So
know if I can
exciting.
hold one. What are we going with? Just one ball?
Just
one
one,
ball.
just one ball, one ball.
Okay, that one.
All right.
All right. Drum roll, please. The anticipation, it's
You
killing
want
us.
to say that? You want me to
It
say
is. You say it.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
come on,
yeah.
you got
Jerry,
this.
you wanna
You
give
got
it a
this.
shot?
Jerry, you want to have
Jerry,
a
go
shot?
ahead. That'd be Tae Hun Kang, or Tai Hun Kang.
I think it's Tae Hyun Kang.
Tae Hyun Kane.
There we go.
Tae
Oh, Tae
Hyun
Hun
Kang.
Kang.
Congratulations to you. I hope you're watching. I hope you're still
Yeah.
here. You just won yourself a BMW. Big thanks to our partners here for making that happen.
I
Jerry.
got one more announcement though. Colon Motors, because this was only supposed to happen to the first hole-in-one and only one car given away, Colon Motors, the exclusive dealer of BMWs throughout Korea, has graciously agreed to extend that to day 2. So get on site early and enter the drawing in case Dean Burmester makes another one.
Jerry, am
damn.
I allowed to put my name in there too? Or
You,
what? What's
I
the-
believe you are.
All
Yeah.
electric, baby. We're trying to save the planet. Let's do it. Come on.
All right, Dean, before you get out of here, just take us a little bit through your day here and how it was out there on the course for you.
Look, this layout is pretty special. It's got a lot of character to it. There's a lot of water. It's a typical Jack Nicklaus design, you know. Dogleg left to right, water's on the right, dogleg right to left, water's on the left. I mean, he's designed a lot of golf courses like this all over the world, but the greens playing as firm as they are, and with a little bit of cold wind that we've had, it ain't easy. So I think what Bryson shot 7 under today, that's a great round of golf. For me, I mean, I was 1 over on the par 3s with a hole-in-one, so I got some work to do there. But, no, I mean, look, it's a special place, and it's so nice to be in Korea and South Korea here in Seoul, and people have been, you know, warm and welcoming in this weather, which is awesome. And I think tomorrow we're gonna have a special day.
Couldn't have answered that better, Dean.
I try, you know. I'm after your guys' jobs.
Thank you so much and good luck this week, my friend.
Thanks.
Hope to see you back on the show. All right, Rachel, we're going to toss it back to you. We had some action over here. What do you got going on?
Can't believe someone won a car. Happy days. Right, let's look. Jason Kokrak, 3 under today, working with his coach Drew Stackel. I have to say this is the best I've seen him strike it. It looks really, really good. Let's get right in behind him. Can you see the stick down? Always checking the fundamentals. David, I'm not going to disturb Jason, but how would you assess today?
Oh, well, they hold a lot of putts, which is always nice. To me, the wind was very tricky, but you know, I think a lot of other people play in the same place, and there's nothing you can do but do the best you can do when you're on the hole. But you know, we get a wind direction, and you feel like out in the open it's there most of the day, but when it almost feels like it banks off the buildings, I don't know. You tell me why it gets weird back there.
I don't know. I'm trusting people like you, David. Right, and here we go. The man in control at the moment, Taylor Gooch. Bought his caddy Mal a Coke Zero down, man of the people. And he's looking at his swing right now. We're not going to disturb him, but he got Mal to take a video of his swing. He's always works with Boys Summer Haze. Let's get right in behind him and look at his swing down the line, see what I see. Looks very balanced at setup. Oh, he's absolutely fizzing it. I wish you could hear the sound as good as I can right now. It's ridiculous. He's getting Malin behind him. I heard Jerry and Suan talk about, you know, it's been a while since he won. I can see Jerry looking at me now. You're completely right, but he's got steely determination right now. Sounding great. Baby draws. Back to you, Christian.
Thank you so much, Rachel. You always do a wonderful job out there breaking it down for us. We're going to jump a little bit into our team competition chat with Smash GC leading the way. Let's take a look at this leaderboard. That's Smash, baby. Love to see it at the top of that leaderboard. Crusher and Cleeks right behind them at 2. And then, of course, Range Goats. Love to see. This is a pretty incredible leaderboard that we have here following round 1. Jerry, thoughts?
Smash, it seems like they've just been not mentioned that often this season. This is our 7th event. Remember one tournament they played well, but that was it. It's nice to see them up there. They are a strong team. They should be up there more often. We have our powerhouses. Didn't fare quite as well this week, did they? Legion 13, Ripper, Fireballs.
I was just about to say that, Jerry. I mean, last week's team leaderboard was flipped, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Sue-Ann, you actually had some time with this team, the home team, Ironheads GC. What happened with this team today? How'd they look out there?
They look solid, man. I mean, look, they have a lot of pressure on their plate this week, being the home favorites. Obviously, 3 of the 4 players all, had lived and born in Korea.
Yeah.
But, they've handled the pressure really well, and it is good to see. I remember I was talking to Kevin now on the range, and I said, how you feeling, buddy? He goes, I've never been this nervous in a long time, and I think that says a lot. He obviously played a huge part in getting this tournament here in Korea. He's very passionate about growing the game here. He knows how much they love it. It's a lifestyle here in Korea, second biggest market for golf. So they love the game here, and I think it's great that we're having this event here.
It was also a very impressive 1 under par score from them. Yuban Jang, second hole he played with his other teammates. He made a 10 on a par 4, and they battled back to finish 1 under. That's pretty darn respectable.
Yeah. I love to see the fans supporting Ironheads GC here. Kevin Na with all that swag walking around. You love to see it. More to come here on the post-round show. It's Club 5-4, baby.
Oh, boy.
All right, it's now time for the one and only Phil Mickelson to walk us through the 18th green on this beautiful golf course. He also talks about the surge of the high flyers. Take a look.
Well, last time I was here at Jack Nicklaus Golf Club here in South Korea was 2015 for the President's Cup. Right here on the 18th hole, it's a reachable par 5, but it's a very difficult hole to hit because the wind is blowing to the left and the green is angled kind of deep left to right. So every ball is designed to kind of run off down in this low area. The ability to go for this green, but miss it just off the edge and be able to get up and down and save that stroke is what our team takes into this week.
I know Phil wants to win, but I know he really wants his team to win more than anything.
Winning a LIV event would really mean a lot for the high flyers, and we came close this year already. We had 2 great chances where we were right in it in the final round. Hong Kong, it came down to the last couple of holes. So we are very close to improving, and this is a lot of progress for our team that finished next to last year in the standings. We have moved up. I know that we're only 8th in the standings, but we have been consistently up there. Mexico City was the first time that I've played that we have not finished in the points, and so 2 good chances to win. We've made a lot of progress this year. This is a good golf course for us. Coming down the last hole, having a chance to win would really mean a lot to us.
We have lots more coming from Phil on our Club 54 on Sunday night. You won't want to miss that. Be sure to tune in to our post-round show. All right, now Louis Oosthuizen is known for having one of the most beautiful golf swings in all of golf. And here to break that down just a little bit is the one and only Rachel Drummond. Jerry Fultz and Sue-Ann Hang will be joining us back on the post show. But for now, Rachel, talk to us.
Oh, it is one of the most beautiful swings. It's one of the most fluid, efficient, dynamic golf swings in golf. And his manager, Ali, actually says he's the Rolls Royce of golf.
Now, we have some, first of all, that's incredible. That's
exactly.
pretty
He's a
cool.
well-oiled machine. Doesn't practice. You can't see him now. He just bowls up, shoots, was it 66, and leaves. He's ridiculous.
Love to watch him play. All right, so let's dive into this. Let's take a look at some of Louis Oosthuizen's swings. Rachel, explain this to us. What makes this swing so special and so damn good?
He's so balanced. Let's look at that as the first thing. So you can see how amazing he follows through the swing. The hips are working efficiently. The club face does amazing things. His setup, grip. You know, if you want to look at a golf swing and learn, this is the one. And then this was actually today as well. And we're going to actually break it down so I can get a little bit more technical, Christian.
Oh, so we're going to have fun on the post-round show today with you, Rach.
Yeah, are you ready for this?
Yeah, so, okay. How can fans at home really do this and improve their swing here? Rachel.
Okay, so we're having a look at setup. My dad taught me grip, aim, stance, posture. So grip, he's got a very good, strong lead wrist, 2 to 3 knuckles, setup. Can you see how balanced he is, Christian?
He does look very
How
balanced.
great his posture is. His arms literally just hang underneath his shoulders. And now if we roll it through to first parallel, so if we stop, here we go, perfect. So can you see that club head?
Absolutely.
Is staying outside his hands. This is a great one for everyone at home. And then also pay attention to the club head, okay? So I'm going to try and multitask by holding the...
I'll try to watch out for you.
Okay, so, oh, that's the roof.
Live TV,
right,
live
club
TV.
face. Okay, so this is the normal loft on the club head, okay? Now, as you take it back to waist height, you want to try and maintain that, okay? And also when you get into posture, the club head needs to follow your spine. So that's what we're seeing with Louis and that first parallel position as I take out the studio. Do we need it the next 2 days? I don't know. Okay,
Well.
let's roll up to the next position.
All right, let's see here.
So we're going to get to the top of the backswing. Okay, now if you then look at the lead wrist, the club face is again matching the wrist, so he knows the club face is square. So when we're talking about how fluid his golf swing is, it's because that club face is square, he can do this. So let's start rolling it down again. Is this making sense, Christian?
I'm writing my notes down in my head as we're doing this.
Now at this point, it's moving,
You're doing great.
Now at this
This is
point, the
great.
club head's moving quite quickly, so it's quite blurry, but the shaft dissects his right trail forearm, which again is a position we look for as coaches. So when he's in that place and the club face is square, he can literally rotate, rotate, rotate.
Rachel, you've quite literally broken this down one step at a time. I hope the viewers at home are learning as much as I am in this current moment. Thank you for that.
The thing is if you're not understanding it, take this to your coach. Do you know what I mean? Go to your coach and say, look, we're talking about club face matching spine. We're talking about club face being square. Like, how can I do that throughout my swing? Because that is what, you know, keeps you being able to be aggressive and rotate through the shot. There's nothing worse than having an open club face on the way down. You can't rotate. That's game over.
How much are lessons, Rach? We got to do this. You got to be my
Well,
coach
I'm
off
70
camera.
pounds an hour. They're all good.
What a great job you did, Rachel. We got to have you back to do this again because that was pretty phenomenal. Thank you so much
Can
for
we
breaking
raise
it down.
the ceilings?
Not sure I'll look like Louis Oosthuizen, but I'm sure I'm better from that. So thank you. More to come here on the Club 54 Post Round Show. Stay tuned. We got more to chat about right here. All right, as the sun sets and we head into round 2 for tomorrow, we have a live presser from Bryson DeChambeau. Check in.
브라이슨 디샴보 선수는 US 오픈 그다음에 마스터스에서 계속 이제 로리 맥길로이하고 경기를 해서 굉장히 많은 관심을 모았는데 이렇게 로리 맥길로이 같은 선수랑 경쟁할 때의 분위기, 그러니까 메이저 대회 분위기하고 이런 또 리브 골프에서의 경기는 좀 어떻게 다른지, 그다음에 체중을 감량하고 뭐 이렇게 다양한 노력을 하면서도 여전히 장타 능력을 유지하고 경기력이 더 좋아지는 비결은 무엇인지 이렇게 2가지 질문을 드리겠습니다.
So I have 2 questions for you. First of all, I know that there was a lot of spotlight that was given with your game versus Rory during the US Open and Masters. And I was wondering how the atmosphere is different for a majors game versus a LIV tournament. That's the first question.
Yeah, in regards to that, I feel like this is sometimes a little bit more amplified in certain scenarios. It's very similar, which makes me comfortable actually in major championship settings. So, you know, I think every event is a little more elevated in regards to the noise level and the hustle bustleness. And so when you go play a major and like even the Masters or US Open, there's going to be some rowdiness out there. They want to see some competitiveness and some fire. They're going to be cheering and rooting you on. So I feel like it's a very good prep for me going into these majors. It's definitely been helpful for the past couple of years for me. Been playing a lot better in them.
네,
All right. Those were some fun words from Bryson DeChambeau. Let's talk a little bit about Joaquin Niemann, our standings leader with his points this year. What was going on with Waco today? It wasn't his best day by any means, but he still had a great day today. He's still in contention for tomorrow. What did you guys observe from Waco?
He's 3 back. He's won 3 times. He's 3 back after the end of the day because he did what Waco does. He's won 3 times this year, and he was showing frustration out there when things weren't going the way he's used to them going. That just shows you how much heart, how much desire, how high his expectations are internally, and still he's 3 back. It was. I mean, the way some of his reactions to some of his shots, you would have thought he was shooting 75, but he shoots 68.
It's also difficult to back up a week after a win and changing time zones, the travel, the different weather, readjusting their yardages again. That's tough to come back and do what he did today.
Yeah.
All right, well, a few weeks back in Miami, Joaquin Niemann gave us some very rare behind-the-scenes access. Take a look.
Hey guys, I'm Joaquin Niemann, captain of Turkey GC, and this is my home game. Her name is Mora. It means blackberry in Spanish. Oh. Abajo. Mora, abajo. Abajo. Good girl. Quieta. 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 Go. You see? She's addicted to the ball. Like crazy. Look. Who says Frenchie can't jump, eh? She's an athlete. Who are they? Who are they? Huh? She's shy. And that's my wife. She'll do a shake for me.
Okay.
I do a lot of my shakes, but she doesn't like my shakes, so.
No.
Peanut butter?
Es que a mí no me gusta con peanut butter.
First shake.
¿Ya?
Muy bueno. Muchas gracias por todo.
Deja con cuidado.
Got a lot of service years. It all started with, I was a kid. I was 7, 8 years old, and I was playing at my home golf course. You know, I always hang out with all the people that worked there, and I had like a similar voice to a Furby, and I got a funky hair as well. So yeah, they started calling me Furby. So one of my active friends met with one of the guys from this golf course, and he asked him, "Hey, how is Furby doing?" Like, Juaco. Oh, Juaco, why Furby? And then since then, they like calling me Furby, a few of my friends. Then my wife, you know how everybody has something iconic on the golf course as a head cover, and my wife got this creative idea of having a Furby. And I start doing a thing that whenever I win, I'll put a new Furby in. So the first win, obviously, Mayaková was one of them. I won with this one as well. I won with this one. I think it was Australia, or I also won with this one with a little crazy eyes. And then I think I'm gonna put this new one for Miami. So hopefully it stays there for a week. Well, this is my room. Man, I got all kind of stuff. I got my trophies from the team events, individual trophies. And then here I have I feel like this is kind of like where all my professional career started. I mean, this is my last event that I won as an amateur. It was a Latin American amateur. And when you win this event, you get into the Masters. So I played the Masters there as an amateur as my last tournament, and then I turned pro, and here we are. So this is obviously all the planets, and this is Chile down here. And it's a gift that my mom gave me, and this is kind of like Jupiter, you know, and I'm living now in Jupiter, so it's kind of like a cool drawing. PD, my wife, she did this for me. I did a hole-in-one my first year of my career. It was my first hole-in-one, and she surprised me with this, with the golf ball, slam dunk. It was cool. Never gets old. You can make it out. It's nothing more satisfying than hitting a golf shot, obviously outside the green or full swing, and like goes in. It's probably the best feeling ever. Oh. And then the more recently ones from the team. I mean, here I got here's the team right here. I got a picture of them because I'm thinking of them every time. I got Sebastian, Carlos, and Mito. And I got it right here on the team trophies, which we haven't won yet with these guys. This is from 2023 when we won with Sebastian, Mito, and David Push, playing amazing golf right now. So this is the first win in Orlando. This is probably the most special one. And then we got Greenbrier, which is it's a cool place. I won my first PA Tour event, and then we won our team event here. We played great that week. We were gonna break the 50 under barrier, but I think I bogeyed the last one or something like that. It's my fault, but still win. And then Andalusia, this is pretty cool. I think this, having all the crowds. Obviously, I'm not Spaniard, but the way they approach to golf and how passionate they are. Having David on the team, it was pretty special. David has probably had his best finish there in Spain, so he played great there. He loved it. He made an unbelievable putt on the last one. And then we got the one in DC. Yeah, my score didn't count much on that week, but thank you guys. And so, yeah, I mean, I just can't wait to spray Sebastian, Mito, and Carlos on their face. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. So, well, I like this. This is a helmet that my coach gave me for my birthday. And then, I only have 2 trophies of my individual wins. I should have 4, but they're on their way. Oh, so here I have my first and only 59 so far at Mayakoba, where I won my first LIV event, and yeah, it was probably the best golf I played all my life. I mean, the way I was hitting the ball, I was making everything. It was insane. So yeah, it has a special place here, and they did a cool gift from El Camaleon, and they gave me that on Sunday after I won, so it was cool. And then here I got all my clothing, so yeah, let's start packing. Sound is happiness. It's like hitting a 7-iron, right? When you flash it. This thing gives you the same feeling. Really? Oh, it makes you smile. Obviously, we haven't had that feeling yet of winning with this team. For me, obviously, I feel like it's the best team we will have. It's the best 4 players that we have on this team. And golf is a tough game. So yeah, I feel like we're doing the work. And when you're doing the work, it's definitely gonna pay off eventually. And I feel like we're doing that work, and we're just gonna wait for that win, and we're gonna really enjoy that because we know it's coming. Yeah, I do feel some pressure, obviously. You want the whole team to be doing well, and I wanna, obviously, me as a captain, I wanna be the best captain I could be. I feel like it was a little harder because you don't have the experience. They're younger, they're older than you. They've been through more stuff that I've been through. So obviously they know more stuff, and for me, that is something that I learned from them a lot. Their parents, their family, so there's a lot of stuff that I can learn from them. But when it comes to golf, I feel like all I can do is just put the example, and I feel like I've been putting the results, I've been putting the effort, I've been putting the work, and if I can feed them with that, that hunger that I have of becoming the best golfer in the world, it's gonna fit them, and they're gonna try to do the same, and they're gonna see me working out before them and try to do, you know, more work than them, and that is something that really that drives me. Hey guys, so we're here at Doral. We're ready for a good week. See you guys.
Wow, love to see that side of Wako Neiman, and here's a pretty funny one. Social media is undefeated. Neiman is ready for Korea. That is good content, as we call it. If you guys want to join the conversation, hashtag Live Broadcast. How about that? It's funny. It's just so fun to see stuff like that on the internet.
By the way, I was just looking at that collection of Furbies that he have. You know, I've been trying to get that one Furby since Hang Time in 2023, and I still haven't gotten it yet. I'm trying to steal it from his bag, but not successful, obviously.
I didn't know what a Furby was until that. But you know, one of the things that's most impressive to him that tells you what he has in common with the greats and what puts him in that conversation. Liv doesn't hide from what these guys make in terms of purse and in terms of year-end prize money. You never hear him mention it once. All he mentions is the wins. That's all that matters. The money does not matter to him one bit. It's really impressive. Somebody of that generation, of that age, to have it in perspective.
Yeah, you can see how proud he is to have those trophies in his room there, too. We're going to talk more about round 2 as we continue the Club 54 post-round show. It's Live Golf Korea. Stay tuned. Kevin Na gave us some inside behind-the-scenes access. He agreed to get mic'd up for round 1. Listen in.
It's 275 to cover. But the thing about this flag though, Kev, if you hit it, even if you get it here, it's no good here.
Oh, I see.
This flag
you
is
have
just
to be short.
Yeah, like you got no green to work with, and you don't know what lie you're gonna
to
get.
the right bunker. 10 up.
Yeah.
58.
Yeah. Yep.
5 metal.
Yep.
Is that even too much? That's even questionable. I don't think. 58, because if I hit a heater,
the heat ball.
It could go in the bunker.
Yeah.
Hybrid, huh?
Hybrid like it goes 240-ish.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Same target then.
Should straighten out at the end.
That's what I thought I saw.
First tap is left.
Yeah. Just an inch out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the number one thing, confidence I needed was the putter. And once I get that going, I think I can be back to, like I'm not, I don't need, I'd like to be the number one player. It's like if I finished top 20 every year for 4 years, and then have,
you need to
and get
content.
Yeah.
Content.
But what I'm saying is, look, I can't, like at my age, it's hard to play, but when I have it on, when I have it,
you can compete with anybody in the world.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're looking for.
There's a reason why you won 5 times on the PGA Tour, you know?
Still joining us, Jerry Fultz, Suen Hang, and now we're going to do a segment in the post-round show we don't do often, but when we do, it's awesome. It's called Shots of the Day. We had some pretty incredible shots here today in Korea in round 1. Jerry, Suen, you do such a great job breaking it down. Talk to me.
That was Ian Poulter, first shot on 18, and Thomas Peters, 15th hole, chipping with his 4th bucket.
Bondito honor Bon Lahiri at the 11th, his 4th shot. That's a par, easy par, no putt par.
Then Kevin Na, his 3rd on the par 5, 15th. Just judged it beautifully. Little tap-in birdie there.
And then he plays for Louis Oosthuizen Stinger GC. That's Dean Burmester winning a lucky fan, a car with this one shot here at the 13th. A nice all-electric BMW. Boom!
Beers on you, Dean. Taylor Gooch sharpening his irons coming into this week, his 2nd here on the 9th. Man-made quarry on the left. Just firing at pins all day today. Good to see him back.
And, well, that's Mark Leishman at number 5. Not that long after Burmester made his. This, another ace.
Gonna be some partying.
Yeah, both
Player
of those
lounge.
guys are known to enjoy themselves.
Lucas Herbert just off the green on the 9th. This for his birdie. Took the pin out. It's intentional.
And then Rombo, he had a frustrating day. Hasn't finished outside the top 10 in a single LIV event. That got him back even par on his final hole, running one up the hill and into the jar.
Did you guys have a favorite shot from today here? Is this it?
How about this? Dickie B with an eagle on the 10th.
That's a par 4.
It's a par 4, yeah. He had a few eagles. He had an albatross and an eagle last week.
Yeah. He's just jarring
Keeping that trend.
Jarring it from everywhere, Dickie B.
I wish those shots were as easy to make as they make them look, because my goodness.
They're not.
They're highly trained
They're
professionals.
For sure. All right, we have some sounds now from Taylor Gooch and Louis Oosthuizen. Over to their pressers now.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great round. Anytime, you know, you're tied for the lead, you've done something good. But I hit a bunch of good iron shots out there. I really didn't have to make a bunch of long putts. I hit 4 or 5 shots inside that 3-4 feet kind of range. So I had a lot of short birdie attempts, which is always nice to do.
Played, you know, pretty decent today. I made some good putts and I gave myself some good opportunities, and you know, just brought back a lot of good memories today of the 2015 Presidents Cup when we played it here.
All right, let's take a look one more time at the individual leaderboard as we head into round 2 tomorrow. Bryson DeChambeau leads the way. Taylor Gooch right there with him. 7 under finish in our first round. Richard Bland, Blandemonium, Blandemic, Blandy Savage. Right there.
Blandy Savage.
I love just giving him those names. It's the best. It's the best there. He's up there. Love to see him at the top of the leaderboard. Suan, Jerry, final thoughts as we exit round 1.
Big shout out to Junichiro Kazuma, 4 under par, best performing Ironheads after some injury early this year, and had a good finish too last week in Mexico.
Yeah, he missed the entire year up till Mexico. He was their best performer last year, and then again today. And Min Kyun Kim, the reserve this week for the Range Goats, he's got a chance to get something special done this week.
Very exciting, and here is our final look at the team leaderboard. Smash GC, baby, at the top. I love to see it. Crushers right behind them, and Range Goats GC. Any final thoughts from the team competition standpoint?
I say 9 teams within 10 shots of the lead. Anything can happen on this golf course, counting all 4 scores. We saw a 10 made today. We could hit huge fluctuations throughout the weekend.
All right, now, just for fun, I always like to ask you, Jerry, but Suan, you jump in too.
No, it's all you, Suan.
Predictions for tomorrow, not for the week.
It will be cold.
Yeah.
That's all I know. It's going to be cold, and we're going to go shopping for a coat right now.
My prediction is you're going to ask it again tomorrow.
That
so
is,
we'll
a great prediction, Jerry. You're absolutely right. I'm going to ask you for certain. All right, to all of our fans checking in today, thank you for watching the Club 54 post-round show. That's it for now, but the good news is we'll be back tomorrow to talk all about round 2 in Club 54 pre-round show. Jerry will be there, and who else? Pat Perez will join us as well. All right, sounds like a good idea. All right, guys, until then, thanks for watching. Peace.